Okay, I just wanna talk a little bit. So the TWAB came out this week, right? And there are some changes that I actually like to see. Let's just start with the main focus, and it's gonna be PvP because everyone who watched my videos knows that I'm a PvP YouTuber, right? That's kind of what I do. So they say Rumble returns, catalysts are changing, exotic glaive godness, and more. So let's start with the first one: is red border drop rates, which is basically they're increasing the drop rates for raids and the weapons from duality. So stay tuned for additional information about weapon crafting changes in Lightfall in the coming weeks. I'm excited to see the changes they're making to weapon crafting because there are some drawbacks that I'm not too happy about. And actually, there's a video coming out later this week that will show this. Faster dredge and gilding, I do not care about that. Bye blues at soft cap. So this is the thing I'm not that happy about. They're removing blue gear to drop from soft cap. This should be an option. This should not be for everyone. If you want to try to get blue armor set, you should be able to. Have you seen what War Mantis can drop with? Rumble, in response to player feedback, we're bringing back Rumble as a permanent game mode in a rotator in next patch. So we're actually getting Rumble back. Year 3 Catalyst evolution. The Catalyst quest in Year 3 Season Pass progress, Ariana's Vow, Symmetry, Tommy's Matchbook, and Widow Horde will now benefit from the Season Pass boost like other exotic quests. This is a big change because a lot of people struggle to get those because you have to do 400 activities. Easier exotic glaive crafting. Did you know that there are class specific exotic glaives? Not a lot of people do because they're so useless. We need to talk about matchmaking, blah blah blah. Their goal is basically to get the matchmaking to predict a 50-50 win rate on like the enemy compared to your team. So that's why matchmaking feels like shit all the time because it's supposed to be 50-50. So if you're a good player, you're gonna have to hard carry. If you're a bad player, you're gonna get carried. It's just how it works. The airborne effectiveness. We introduced the airborne effectiveness in season 17, and a lot of people did not like it. Let's just say like that. It's important to balance the increased number of airborne movement options against their combat effectiveness, as we don't want Destiny 2 to shift excessively towards airborne gunplay over time. See, back in the day, you could hit shots consistently in the air if you had Icarus grip on any gun. In a game where most modes do not have skill-based matchmaking, players using an airborne playstyle could be extremely oppressive. You say this, Bungie, right? But you know you've added SB Mem to almost every single game mode, right? That's the problem. So it doesn't really matter at this point. Airborne effectiveness aspects of the following aspect of weapons are auto-aim, aka bullet bend, correct bullets towards a target with the auto-aim cone. And then you have precision angle threshold, and controls how far away you can be from a head and still get a headshot instead of a body shot from auto-aim. And then you have accuracy, controls how much bullets spread out of repeated firing. And then you have spread angle. Pellet shotguns only, controls the width of the shotgun spread pattern. I mean, these are the ways it works. This is the way aim assist works. And there's not really anything I can say about it. It's basically when you jump, you fuck up everything. You make everything 10 times more inconsistent. That's basically what AE does. There is a little bit about, in playtesting, it makes this baseline airborne gunplay feel substantially better, and building into AE feels more rewarding. It's basically aim assist. That's the only thing. It literally says primary weapons aim assist. And you have weapon types. Submachine guns have long heavily been dependent on range stat to compete. SMGs with a high range stat outclasses other SMGs with low range auto rifles and handguns, which is really true. In general, increased damage and aim assist fall off stats at 0 ranged by 30%. Adaptive SMGs lag behind lightweights in effectiveness. This is true. This is why I think they're garbage. Dealing more body shot damage, but much less critical hit. So if you hit your headshots, lightweights will be 10 times more consistent. To narrow the gap, we have increased the critical hit multiplier, which makes them feel a little bit more rewarding. So increased critical hit multiplier from 1.44 to 1.5. Pulse rifles, so basically reduced aim assist fall off stat at 100 range by 10%. So the BR is better than most legendary pulse rifles, which is true, which is why it's kind of cringe to use it, because you can hip fire, you can ADS, and you can then do everything. Reduced the battler's zoom from 20 to 18, so we'll have lost less range. And then mid-season sidearm aim assist, the buff for sidearms were really bad in my opinion, and now they're nerfing them. Reduced the season 18 aim assist fall off distance buff from 30 to 20%. This is good. You have exotics. Dead Messenger can be oppressive to play against. This is very true. So they have reduced the wave splash damage against players by 35%. So it's going to be basically normal. The Dead Man's Tail tweak, they basically made headshots more consistent because it was bugged, supposedly. Removed the damage penalty from Cranial Spike Stack 5. This is interesting because they said they were going to do this beginning of this season. So now they're actually doing it. They're removing the damage penalty from ×5 Cranial Spike. This is massive. Reduced hipfire airborne aim assist cone on M&K by 25%. Reduce hipfire aim assist cone angle bonus scaling from 20 to 5. And then reduced hipfire precision aim cone angle from 3 degrees to 0.8 degrees. And then reduced hipfire auto aim fall off scalar from 1.5 to 1.1. See, I'm saying a lot of numbers and most of us won't actually know what the fuck it means until, we actually get the change. And then for the future, there will be more substantial changes to hipfire reticles with the goal of exposing more information specific to the weapon or exotic functionality. So full auto melee setting is coming, another set of craftable reprised raid weapons with origin traits similar to what Deep Stone Crypt, regular season and mid-season balance updates, and then they said more, so we have to wait. And then CITANS Rampants. Increase the cooldown of barricade ability while CITANS Rampants are equipped by 70%. That's a lot. Increase the amount of damage players deal to barricades by 25%. This is only CITANS. This change should decrease how often you see CITANS barricades in PvP. Yes. The abilities. Increase base cooldown of barricades by 20%. Touch of Thunder, Storm Grenades, Secondary Strike damage reduced from 30 to 40. And then remove stability, incoming flinch, and shock and pellet spread penalty while sliding. They're basically removing the slide nerf, which I'm surprised to see. Everyone was saying it felt like shit when it came out, and now they're actually removing, the slide nerf. I mean, there's a lot of good things. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Bungie's definitely going in the right direction. I will still say I am excited to see what they're doing for Lightfall. And if you like this video, I want you to remember to like and subscribe. And just remember that I love all of you. And yeah, join my Discord. Goodbye.